Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Let me just check. Shalom, shalom. Okay, one sec. Okay, shalom, shalom. Trying to get the right lighting here. Okay. All right, all right. First off, I like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rahuakwadash, Thawada, Yahweh, for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, all right, elders, Akim of GMS, our big Akim, and greetings and salutations to the Akim in this country and all over the world, prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. I am Yaquab, Lord of willing, serving the King of the universe, King Yahushai from the power of Yahweh. And this title or show is going to be entitled um, Conditioned for an Assassination. All right. Conditioned for an assassination. All right. And who will they blame? Okay. Who will they blame? Making sure the lighting's all right, It's lucky out there. All right. And who will they blame? Okay. I have an article I want to read um on this, and just basically pointing to that, Babylon America, according to the scriptures, America, which is called Babylon according to the scriptures. All right. Uh, First and foremost, because you have no understanding, and when you have no understanding about something, you're confused. So, that this nation uh, called America, which is really Babylon the Great. The word Babylon comes from the Hebrew word Babal, which means confusion. All right. So the number one thing that this place is confused is because the laws of America allow all nations or anybody here to worship anything they want. All right. Which is basically confusion. All right. We're really going back to the word with fuse, mixed together. All right. And the only way that you have a confused people if you have mixed philosophies, and the people who are come here are all all the nations around the world in one place. All right, that's not seen in any other place on the planet except really America on a major scale. All right, where again, one nation, right? They can literally worship. They can bring their heathen gods over here from another nation and come here and worship anything. All right. So that's why this place is Babylon, man. But anyway, um, let me see. Just want to bring in an article real quick, and just to make a quick point that you know, you know, got to be careful what I say, man. You know how things the YouTube are, and 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 how they can use words against you on this. But basically, I say that the civil war is still very a real thing. Me personally, I don't think Trump, is going to make it to the office. Um, and only because of news that I'm about to read. Okay. Um, again, condition. Let's go into the word condition real quick. I'm not going to really make this super long show, but this has been on my mind the whole week. The word condition means, well, we'll just read it. All right, condition means what? Have a significant influence on or determine, all right, the manner or outcome of something. Okay, again, having a significant influence on or determine the manner or outcome of something. So, in this case, what I'm talking about is that you people are being conditioned for everything that comes, all these events that happen around you, you know what I mean? But you're being conditioned for an assassination because why? Because Trump, there's already been 3 attempts on him, man. Right. So you're you're being prepared for an elected official to be taken out, man. Why? Because it's been done already, or it's set in place to make you think that way. Let's say another definition is bring something into the desired state of use. All right. So, you know, let's get another better one. I don't like those definitions. Okay, here we go. What does being conditioned mean? It says if you're conditioned to expect something, right? In this case, an assassination, it means you've learned over time or been taught to anticipate it. Ooh, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So it says again, conditioned. Again, going back to the title, you've been conditioned, you Babylonians, you American people, you have been conditioned for an assassination, right? On your president, on your leader. So it says, what does being conditioned mean? It says, if you're conditioned to expect something, right, it means you've learned over time or been taught to anticipate it, right? You've learned or have you seen on the media in the news, which we already know the media, how the elites use the media, they're the medium or they use as a medium to control the people, right? To tell you what to think, not how to think. And also for propaganda and to control you people, for brainwashing, right? So you've been brainwashed and conditioned to see your president's head blown off, right? There was a run attempt when he got his ear shot, so supposedly, and then 2 more attempts at one of his campaigns before he got elected, president elect, right? So okay, so that's how you learned. It says over time, right? Through the past year or what 6 months will so there've been 3 attempts, right? So that's a period of time, and right, so you're anticipating um, an assassination on him, man. All right. It says many people become conditioned to eat something sweet after dinner. Most adults, through the habit of brushing their teeth every morning and night for their whole lives, become conditioned to brush regularly. Right. So something happening, repeated amount of times makes you conditioned to do something. So, not one, not two, not three, not two, but 3 attempts been been attempted, right, on your leader. All right. So let's get to this article I want to read real quick. Okay, now this is from RT News, and I could show you real quick. I could show you real quick on right, because I got to get the soon. The next thing is getting the screen recorder. But if you see here, right, that's the article, right? Oh no, you can't. You can't see it. It's too bright. Well, that ain't work. I'm gonna get a screen recorder soon. All right, but let's read this article. It says Iran denies plotting to kill Trump. All right, so that's kind of reverse psychology. All right, so again, if something does happen, right, they're already blaming. They're already getting ready. They're already getting you ready, conditioned. Let's say something does happen, they're going to blame Iran or Iranian government. Why? Because Trump has been pretty clear about because this whole thing between Iran and Israel. Trump has been pretty clear who he supports in that. Right? He's been vocal and coming out saying for the past years, especially during the campaign, that he supports Israel no matter what, and that he'll support them going to war and obliterating Iran. All right. So again, shows you that they're building a case where for Trump to look like an enemy towards Iran too. So for Iran to come on deny plot again to assassinate him it's not so far fetched because how Trump has been speaking against Iran concerning Israel, right? So it says Iran denies plotting to kill Trump. The U.S. authorities earlier charged Tehran residents with laying the groundwork for an attack on the president elect. It says Iran has denied U.S. accusations that attempted to orchestrate a plot to assassinate President elect Donald Trump before the November election. It has dismissed the allegations as a hoax orchestrated by pro Israel actors in a bid to exacerbate tensions between Washington and Tehran. It says on Friday, the U.S. Department of Justice claimed that Iranian officials had asked a man named Farhad Shakari to provide a plan to kill Trump, adding that he was also tasked with carrying out assassinations of U.S. and Israeli citizens inside the U.S. Shakari was described as an Afghan national residing in Tehran after being deported from the U.S. in 2008 following a lengthy prison sentence for robbery. Right. The indictment also implicated two American citizens, Carlisle Rivera and Jonathan Lodholt, who were accused of helping Tehran track a U.S. citizen of Iranian origin. The charges announced today exposed Iran's continued brazen attempts to target U.S. citizens, including President-elect Donald Trump, other government leaders, and descendants who criticize the regime in Tehran. It says on Saturday, the spokesman for Iranian Foreign Minister Ismail Baghi categorically rejected the accusations, calling them completely baseless. Such claims at this juncture are malicious conspiracy orchestrated by Zionists in anti-Iranian circles, aimed at further complicating the issues between the U.S. and Iran, he added. All right, because we know that the Zionist or the elites, international banking families, their whole thing is to really destroy Israel, the nation of Israel, the true people of the Lord, to hide to the world who the true people of the Lord are, but also to go against anything that looks like it, like the Muslim religion, so to speak, which is a made up religion, right? But it's a counterfeit practice to Israel, all right. But we know that they want to do away with the Muslim world. Okay, so the Zionist, right, or any anti-Iranian circles, yeah, that would include the West or the European nations. All right, this whole back conflict goes back to the what do you call it, the Knights of Templar, the Knights of Templar, or the Crusades. Those were against the Christian and Muslim wars, right? So the Crusades technically are still going on, all right, which is between America or the West and the Muslim nations, right? So that was it for that article. And another thing is, what was I going to say? That not only could the Iran be blamed, right? You have your own citizens that can be blamed too, right? Because it wasn't supposedly a Democrat that tried to take uh, Trump's life, right? So again, not at the woodworks. And again, there's been other articles, other news out there. I believe a brother posted it too, that if something, Trump's followers, they said if anything happens to Trump, if he were to get assassinated, that'd be an instant civil war. All right, so that's still a good 2 months left. All right, until he got to make into that seat, man. All right, so we'll see. We're only a week out of a little bit over a week over the decision, right, which was last week, bro. Right, last week. So I just have one scripture I just want to go into. We always bring that every week, or all the time, which is second, and we're on in the midst of these prophecies, man. Second Ezra 16 and the Apocrypha, right? And we're going to keep bringing these same scriptures out. Or I'm sorry, 15. I'm just going to go straight to the point on it. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." That's the point again. All right, going against your elected officials, going against your government. All right, that's what sedition is: going against your authority figures. All right, so that's prophesied. We're reading prophecy. So when somebody assassinates your authority figures, your elected officials, your presidents, your senators, your mayors, right? That's sedition, and that's in the scriptures. So um, we're in those times where these things are going to unfold. Again, case in point, like this show, we're going into it. You know what I mean? That people have been conditioned for this. So if something happens, you won't be really surprised, or caught off guard. All right, because they already attempted it, 3 times before. Right. So it says, "For there should be sedition among men and invading one another," right? Civil war, or is basically going into what? Invading, right? Going into people's homes, going into uh, um, uh, places where you're prohibited. You know what I mean? Right? Invading one another, right? "They shall not regard their kings nor princes," right? Your leaders, "and the course of their actions shall stand in their power," right? It says, "A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able," right? "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." right? Basically, civil unrest, the civil war, uh, the serfs or the slaves turning against their masters. All right. Um, a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. Talking about, because when this happens, when assassination happens, or civil unrest, martial law follows right after that. Right. The government has to mandate martial law to have order. A man should desire to go into the city and should not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, and man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, said the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves once again against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also in recompense in their bosom. Thus said the Lord power, right? So we're in that time that the Most High is stirring up world's war, right? And it's all really for the payback of his people, namely the elect, and also to set up his son, our deliverer, our King Yahushai, on his rightful throne on earth to rule earth, right? To knock down all these other governments, all these to take the crowns of the kings, which means your leaders, and establish yourself as a king, not only of the universe, but of course this world, man, that was set up for him in the first place. All right. This was set up for the Lord in the first place with the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. All right. So it says, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. So right there, all right, we know that you Edomites, you international baggage, you're going to be taken out because your history and till now you have done nothing but shed innocent blood. Right? We all know the scriptures talk about there's no such thing as innocent, right? On a worldly level, but on a spiritual sense, well, no spiritual sense, there's no such thing as innocence. You know what I mean? Because we're all wicked according to the Most High in these bodies, right? But on another level, right? Um, you know, we are innocent if without the aspect of, well, I don't want to say it that way. On a certain level, you are innocent, like babies, whatever have you. They are innocent to a certain degree because what do they do? But on a spiritual level, right? Even babies aren't considered innocent, because why? That spirit in that baby is has been here before, right? It was a grown person before, so they're back for that judgment, right? But overall, Esau, the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, these devils, these Rothschilds, Rockefeller, elite banking families, they're the ones that shed the Most High's people blood, right here on America, the soils of America, man, right? The soils of the Caribbean islands where we dwelt, and we still dwell, all right, and also scattered all over the world, all right. So the Lord's coming for people who have shed innocent blood. That's you, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, you Edomite banking, international banking families, man. All right. And it says, the fire has gone forth from his wrath and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and his sinners like the straw that is kindled. Right. So woe to them that sin and keep not my commandment, said the Lord. And really, that's a message to the nation of Israel, right? Because you are the nations. You're just void. You're nothing, right? You're just extras in a movie. You mean nothing. You're not. You're less than nothing. And Esau, he is the wicked. He is the scum, the devil, Satan, right? That's his position, his role. But the 2/3, you're the chosen. You're the righteous, and you're only ones technically, according to the definition of sin, who can sin, because sin is a transgression of the law, And the only ones who can actually break the laws are the ones who the laws were given to, and that's the nation of Israel, right? So the true sinners of the Lord are his people because they're the only ones who were given the law to break, to do, to keep in the first place. You can't break nothing if it was not given to you, right? Right. Woe to them that sin, the nation of Israel, and keep not my commandments, right? Because you are to keep the Lord's commandments, right? These are the nations or not. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth them unto death and destruction. For now are the houses, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, an horrible vision, and appearance thereof from the east, were the nations of the dragons. So that was a point there. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto destruction. And that's basically what it boils down to. That at the end of the day, all this judgment is happening on the Lord's comeback. The people who are gonna perish in the Lord's comeback are really all non-elect. All right, and that includes his own people, the 2/3. All right, and that's what it is. Simple as that, man. Okay, so the only ones who are going to be saved again are the elect, the ones who are prophesied to get beamed up, man. The elect, right? The men of the Lord, which we inspire to be, or I aspire to be, the hopeful elect. All right, and man of the Lord by what? The spirit of prophecy, prophesying. All right, bringing out the name of the Lord. Okay, not filtering or trying to soften the water of the Lord. We give this to you with no chaser, right? Unfiltered, right? So that was just some quick I wanted to go into. I'll post the article in the description, right? And there's plenty of the news about so-called attempts put on Trump's life, threats that certain militia groups or certain groups that follow Trump have been saying. And if he doesn't make it to the seat on inauguration day, they're promising, civil unrest. His followers, and again, Iran, him spewing things against Iran, and Iran being kind of used as a talking point for assassination. It's all being psyoped, used as a psyop to condition people for what the elites got planned anyway, which is a government shutdown, martial law, whether it be by an outbreak or whether it be by an attack, who knows? But we know that at the end of the day, a shutdown and mayhem is going to intensify, man. We know martial law is coming, guaranteed. And we just read it in the scriptures, right? So with that, just wanted to hit a real quick one, on a Friday. And that was it. So, that's all I got. And Lord willing, I'll see you sooner than later. All right. So with that, I would say, Kal Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'Hashim Ruach Kodash, the Wadi Yahweh Figimingus Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, right, who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai in them. And again, look out, just pay attention to the news, pay attention to, how should I say, there's truth in their lies and lies in their truth. That's how I look at the news, and read between the lines, because they're conditioning for an event to happen, So anyway, with that, and of course, you got the big Mike Tyson fight tonight, Jake Paul, whatever, and these kind of events where something so big like this, it's always good. I try to look at some news. I didn't see none, but you best believe something's been happening behind the scenes, because that's one of the tactics of war. You know, you make somebody look this way, why you gonna come that way? The art of war. So what's going on tonight with the Mike Tyson fight and everything like that is kind of an art of war tactic where everybody's distracted, right? The enemy got you focused on this while he's doing something over here. Attacking you from the backside, right? So a lot of people distracted tonight, and so I wouldn't be surprised if you find out, if if something's going on down tonight, as far as legislation or war or something's going on, because again, one of the things about war, you always distract your enemy. All right, and everybody's gonna be distracted tonight with the fight. So with that, Shalom, 18 in Paris, Shalom, comment board, and see you in the next one. Shalom. Kalalal, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Ruchwa Kodash, Thawari Yahweh for giving us Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles of GMS and CT Bishop. Shalom.